Hey, love bugs, it's Roslynn back and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome. And to my returning subs, my grown extended beautiful family, just thank you for love and support. We're all on that road of self-discovery and learning about ourselves in a more deep spiritual way. But trust and believe, just trust the process that you're going through. I know there's heavy times, that's hitting you on all levels, but trust the process is going to be taking you places that you never imagined. So, with that being said, much love to all. Stop stuffing your mouth, baby. Much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings. Love and light. And many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, eat. Also, if you're comfortable, please drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my video, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift, how it impacted your life, and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very uplifting to you, give you good vibes or good information you would love to share with a loved one, family, or a friend, or even a fellow empath, they're going through some trying times and need confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give me a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. And once again, thank you for so much for the love and support. It's so gratefully appreciated on all levels. And I hope you're able to resonate with the content of my video. And the meditation music that you're hearing in the background is called Kundalini Activation Meditation Deepest Healing Vibrations, Kundalini Awakening Visualization. God dog music. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the description box. Put the link in the description box below. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101 uh Heyokas. They approached you. Okay, they approached you with that old ish. They got confused because they didn't know you on that new ish. A lot of times we have gone through many trials and tribulations. A lot of our setbacks and mistakes really has converted you to allow you to, basically separate yourself from doing things the old way, viewing things the old way, seeing things the old way, responding to, to things the old way. You became a newer person trying to aim towards the best version of you. Maury, stop it. You allowing yourself to go through these different changes in life. Stop going through those different changes of life. My bad, y'all. Got my granddaughter with me, and she's so freaking distracting today. Going through all those different things in your life has really taught you a lot of things. It's just like, I know I was seeing this post the other day, and when I say it brought chills, because if you're like, I don't know about y'all, but it's like certain things that you're reading up on, or going through different things at that time, and you see the good things that is coming your way, that's telling you, hey, if you do this way, you will achieve this. Or if you allow yourself to step back and view it this way, you can overcome this. And so it's just like a lot of the things that you have went through, the changes that has been taking place in your life for the better, even when it's bad or well it's good, is always teaching you knowledge of value. Take it take it, you know uh as basically, being something that you can really appreciate and go down the road of learning this from those lessons. And it is like that post I seen. It says you're aligning yourself so good that, um, it's like the negative vibes or even the people is not going to know how to approach you. I've dealt with it so many different times. I done told y'all about it. And it's just like, I am so appreciating the lessons I've learned throughout this time. Even though it might have been some hard times, I can at least say allowing myself to know what this is changing me for a positive, you know, going towards my positive best version of myself, aiming towards that, because that's what we're all doing. We're going through these different state of minds that is really, traumatized you in so many different ways. But these are the things that elevated you to get towards where you're trying to be, and being able to appreciate the things that's been taught to you, because you're no longer that person that started, from the beginning, you're awakening. Because it was like before, it's like when I exit people out of my life and then they come back, and I'm telling you, when I done sit up here and read them all type of ways, like, why the heck you do this, you did this, and you trying to come back in my life and keep doing this and cussing them out. And it's like, you don't even have to do that anymore. You don't even have to respond, because once you start cussing them out like that, they know whatever they did in your life, oh, it worked, because they want to come back and see, what damage they done put in your life, to see how bad you gotten since the things they placed in your life, or how they sit up here and blocked you off of a lot of things because they didn't want to see you achieve anything. And it was just like crazy to me, because there was so many people I helped, and never wished them any harm. You better sit down right now. um that really has challenged me like that, in a negative way. And it's just like, now if they approach me, I don't even respond. I said, that's the response. No respond at all. And, I said, I appreciate it, because before I used to get in my feelings about that, because it was like, dang, I done sit up here and helped you, and, allowed myself to, put my stuff aside just to be able to help you know the part of you that you really did not know about yourself, or give you a deeper understanding about why certain things had to go, the way it did, or why these certain things had to happen, and where you're going to it. Those were my blessings. But then I had to allow myself to know, you went through this, and it allows you to never place anger or power towards a certain situation or a certain person, like that. You can remember all you want. You can forgive them for what they did, because that was something that brought you lessons learned. And you can appreciate that. When you allow yourself to separate from that circle, you don't need to have any explanations. They didn't give you the explanations why they did what they did. They just showed, they showed you who they truly were, and you got to be able to appreciate that. And then, being able to do those things, I've got so many life lessons, because it was like, dad, um, I did these things and I got stabbed in the back. They were pooping where they were eating at. You know what I'm saying? You weren't supposed to do that. You can't sit up here and shake, hands with God, and then, trying to conversate with the devil. You can't do those things, even though a lot of people do that. So you have to be able to allow yourself to know, what, even though you've been kind to this person, you've been nothing but a friend, and they're not used to that, because so many other friends neglected them and stuff like that. So they're being what they have, experienced in life. So allow yourself not to, hold any, grudges. Allow yourself not to even have exchange of words, to let them know how you felt about that, unless you're doing it in a calm tone, like I'm talking. It's like, look, when you were in my life, I helped you and I was a good friend to you. And you know what? You weren't like that towards me. I didn't get what I was, pushing out. I didn't receive that from you. So since you did that, I'm gonna let you do you. Whatever you got going on in your life, I wish you the best. Because when you do that, and you're really meaning it from the bottom of your heart, and I tell people that, I tell my enemies that all the time, because I know if you work that hard to try to steer me off of my path and try to block what I've earned, that shows more about you and less about me. Because as long as I know I did my part and I did what I had to do, I'm gonna get blessings just because I did that. Because it's like, when people do bad things to you, that's their karma. How you respond to it and how you view it and how you approach it is yours. So you have to allow yourself to know, if you know you're a good person, don't worry about that, because you're heading towards that new you. You aren't the same person last week, or even last year, or hell, even yesterday. You get better and better every day. And a lot of times we can go through our life and say, oh, I wish I never met that person, or I was good to this person because and this is what they did in return. I can sit up here and go all day. If shoot, if I can give, if I can get $1, or shoot, even $10, on how many people done stab me in my back when I know I haven't done nothing to them, hell, I'd be straight. I ain't got to pay no more bills for the rest of the daggone year, because everything will be paid up. But it's like, I can really appreciate what they've done, because they have showed me so many different ways, and I appreciate that. I don't even approach things like that anymore. I don't even see things the way I used to anymore. I can sit up here and use my life experience through different trauma, and being able to allow myself to, convert it from looking as a negative situation that's placed me here, even though it was very negative. But it also It had its good points as well as its bad points. Everything has pros and cons to it. But this allowed me to appreciate myself in many levels about where I'm going, where I'm succeeding to, how strong I've got through those different storms I've been placed in. Even when I cleared one and like three other ones popped up, that's okay because it's clearing me out. You're going through that conditional, what is it, cultural conditioning that has been placed on your life. And it was just like, I remember things coming up when, my mom's ex-husband's wife used to be all chatty box and all that junk, and truth came flying out. I only had to tell her one time, you better watch what you say. Because it's like somebody going to peeling you up off that floor. Ass whooping ain't got no age limit. A toddler can get it just like a senior citizen can. I respect my elders, but that one, it's all about that. But it's like I had to allow myself, I only said that once, and that's what I meant. And if I'm looking you in your eyes, she already know I'm about that life. So, it was like that was it, you know, and it was like I was glad they put me through these things because this is make me stronger when you're allowing yourself to not be the old person you were, because we all had those ways. We were sitting up here responding to people that were just bringing a bone to you, and they allowed that to go right back. You don't got yourself put in some drama. You don't probably created some drama, but it's all about those things. I keep my own, I'm my own best friend. I'm very selective about who I open up in my life. Y'all know what I want you to know on here if it's going to be able to help you, and it's just the fact is when you can be blessed and allow people to know what your trauma was that you're coming to terms with, you're allowing yourself to heal in ways that's truly needed. You need that happiness. You deserve that happiness. You're heading towards many blessings in your life that you truly deserve. But it's like you should not be unfair to yourself just because of what people's opinions are about your path, about your journey, because nobody can compare the next journey to the next one. You can't even compare your stuff because it's like your path can switch and change at any time. When universe tells you to go left, you need to go left. No questions asked. When they ask you to go right, you got to go right. So it's just like all these things in life is changing you for the better. We have all had our dark moments. We don't all had our volatile moments, but it's all about what you learn from those different experiences. What are you appreciating from going through those different experiences? What can you learn from that? What kind of knowledge can you take that down the path of where your aim is? And it's just like it allow you to know when you change your mindset, you'll see everything is a sign. Every person, every situation, every sequence, all those different things are assigned to you. And it's just like, at first I went through so many different things where, you know, it was like people I've known for years. I mean, that weren't even, blood family, but I felt them as family. Um, has done things that, I wouldn't even think you would do. That's the cats, baby. But I went through all those different situations, and just basically shh, shh, be quiet. You're being too loud, baby. Put that back. Put it back. Go ahead and eat what you got. But going through all those different things has really taught me a lot that I can really truly appreciate, because it molded me into the person that I am. Allow yourself to, if somebody wanted you to separate your self-worth, or they get upset in their feelings when you put up boundaries, that says a lot about them. A lot of people you can come to will try to control your outcome, or trying to make sure, they can throw something in your way of aiming towards the different things in your life. And, those things are showing you these are not the type of people you need to be in your life. They're teaching you, when people treat you really bad, or you're with somebody that you truly love but they're not loving you back, you can allow, you have to say thank you to that. Because when it's like when people turn their back on you, they abandon you in all these different ways, that's teaching you how to love yourself on so many different levels. That's why I'm so grateful I went through things. And it's just like when people that I know have, done some really gutter stuff to me and they come approach me, I'm so cordial. I'm just tolerating you for the split second, then I'm gonna still go about me, you know? And it's like people are, they approach me, they know they did things, and it's really scary when you've done things to somebody that really can cause some irreparable, what is it, damages, somebody's life, and that can put them in their feelings and make them want to lay hands, and then you see them and they're not even that same kind of person. That's more scarier than a person that is just like all bark like da 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 da. They'll let them know like, haha, I still got that. Oh, they're they're pressed about the things that I placed in their life. So that lets me know what I did, has really, placed some real bad harm on them. It's sad when people do that because that's their insecurities. Those are the things because they see that what you're going through or what is about to come into your life is about to bless you in all different ways. And those people were placed in your life to help you learn. It's like when they don't love you, that's teaching you more to how to love yourself. There was so many times people were like, Roslynn, you never told me you related to this, that, and the third, and you never told me the things you're going through. I've always told people, I'll let you know what I want you to know. There's not everything. You don't know everything about my life. My children didn't even know because it was too hard for me to even express that because it was like so much pain that I went through. Some of the stuff I suppressed so bad I couldn't even remember. It took my dad's death for bringing all that stuff back, and it wasn't just the stuff I was dealing with currently or just, within that year span or 2 year span. This done went back all the way into my early childhood, which was a lot of me to come to terms with because it set me in rare form. It made me want to be a ticking time bomb. But then, every day it gives me a chance to heal from the things that has really placed me in that that tight spot of darkness. Anything that has, truly felt like a nightmare, can't wake up from. And sometimes it still feels that way because the things that I'm going through, the only person that can relate to the things that I went through, is my dad. And it was just like people were like, oh, I can imagine. I'm like, look, I have to get them side eye. And I mean, I know some people may mean well, but there are some people that just be like, oh, no. I wish she did go through that or whatever. And I said, you know what? I would never, not even my worst enemy, I want anybody to ever feel that way. Being in that experience. And it's just like knowing you knew your dad this whole time and he's always been there for you in some kind of way. Y'all always had this weird connection. And even when you felt what was true, you really couldn't express yourself on that or you would get physically punished. So going through all those things, even at times, I get in my feelings about that because that's something I'm still processing, but I'm still healing from and I'm good. But, not every day is good for me. There's days, people ask me if you're okay, and I might be okay. And there's a lot of things I steer myself from because I know it might, bring up some emotional wounds that, I've already let go of. So when I allow myself to know I'm that new me, I don't approach things in the same way I used to. I don't view things in the same way I used to. I don't, hold grudges on things that I used to. I'm this whole different person. I'm aiming towards the best version of me. And I'm not going to allow somebody's insecurities about my life or where I'm heading or what blessings I'm receiving to slow me down or stop me, because if I'm not allowing that to come in my life and I'm not giving it no type of energy or power, you're snatching your energy from those, painful memories or in any kind of traumatic experiences that has really been taught, placed in your life for you to learn about who you are, who you've always been. Because before we got here, we were some bad mama timbers, as my mom say, because nothing could press you, nothing could bother you, because you held that that energy that was very unstoppable. They couldn't even shake you, but you had to go through these life experience where you forgot all of that. They needed you, basically erase your mind, but there'll be certain snippets that'll come back just because there's some part of you that's missing, and where's that memory coming from, or where that spark come from? Because deep down inside, when you're going through negative situations, you might go through that level of unsurety, but something's trying to tell you, there's something deep down inside and say, you're going to make this, you're going to achieve this, yeah, it might be hard, but you're not going through it by yourself. You might be going through things that's very unbearable to you right now, but then those are the main things that's going to really help you elevate yourself in ways you didn't see that you needed. So it's just a lot of times when you're not sitting in thinking about all the troubles you have, but just seeing how many troubles you had and you got blessed from as well. I try to look at everything like that, and it's so easy to fall in that trap of negativity. It's so easy to get into that trap of depression, or placing blame on other people, or allowing yourself to see more of your problems than your blessings. It's so easy to do that. What is, it, what, let me see how I'm trying to say this, but basically you trying to stay positive or seeing a positive, lesson out of the traumatic blessing. Really, it's hard to do that at times, because when you're trying to keep that positive view or vibes that you're trying to maintain, that's where your strength comes from, because that takes a lot of strength to deal with all that. Because there's some days I have it, but I already know this situations and lessons that I'm receiving is going to better me in many ways that I didn't even expect. A lot of times I have to tell myself, the people that have done these things to you, the abuse, the emotional, mental, verbal, physical, abuse that you got, and you're still here to survive to tell that story, that makes you a warrior, a jack of a lot of trades. Even though you had major setbacks, you got that reassurance that you can get back up and achieve whatever you need to achieve this in your life. Things are permanent. Your blessings are permanent for you when you finally get them. But then you'll understand, all the hell you don't went through, the heaviness of transitions, the things of, facing that you have held in, the darkness or suppressed for so long, that those are going to be the things that's going to elevate you in ways. So it's just like when you're getting yourself so aligned and you're so balanced out, it's like when people come back, that is really, right when you were in the brink of, evolving and all that, they knew the old you. They knew the old ish that you went through. But when everything is said and done, you have got knowledge, you have gotten wisdom, you have got a thought of freedom. You don't allow yourself to become trapped in those traumatic experiences. You allowed yourself to open that gate, that prison gate, and walk out, and you can appreciate everything you went through, because those were the things to say, and I know it's hard to do that because I've seen it, I've connected with people like that. Hell, I was it, when you allow yourself to really see all your situations from a different angle, to let you know, yes, this has really placed me in many storms. Yes, and I'm brought up really, bad sadness and old wounds that, I thought I took care of, but these are the things that also strengthen me to become that better person. And you ain't gotta allow that person to be shown. You can still be doing you, but a lot of folks really just mess up and approach you about it, because sometimes they can feel that and like, dang, I can't approach her with that, because some people knew, how to press your buttons. When people are like that, they study you, and they study you very hard. It was like, okay, I'm gonna find out what their weak spots are. So when they make me mad, or I see them doing good, and that makes me feel inadequate or what I'm doing, or they make you got that inferior vibe, that's really, gonna take you places that sit up, baby. Stop playing. So this really gonna take you places that you truly deserve. Let them approach you. And then when it's like when you're not even responding about how they're doing things because they knew how to push your buttons before. So when they try that old mess that they did before, it's not gonna even puncture you, and they're not going to know how to approach you anymore. I mean, I've had so many people recently that has done that to me, and I mean, I'll be dusting show, just like, oh, they didn't know that one was coming, because you're not allowing yourself to be shook off of anybody else's insecurities. you know it's just like when people start making themselves relevant in an irrelevant state of mind when it comes to them, it's gonna mess them up. Because I mean, it's just like I don't seen it time after time. I was just like, you know what? I know I'm being tested, and I'm about to pass this with flying colors. I ain't about to allow you to sit up here and pull something on me, because it's like even when you want things, you know, um, and it's just the fact is, you got to deal with them to get the things that you need back. I just had that recently, and I felt that, because when I stay calm about things, they don't like that, or they want me to be that better, bitter Brenda, whatever you want to call it, and then that lets them know they got that power over you. And I'm saying, you know what? I'm not even gonna worry about it. If it's not something that's important, I'm just not gonna allow that to even bother me anymore. I'm gonna allow myself to keep pushing, because it's just like, truth be told, when people go ahead and do stuff to you, allow karma. Sit back and just watch how karma and God work. Okay, just allow that to happen, because even though they feel like they got comfortable in their drama, or they got comfortable with their insecurities and try to place that on you, it has a weird way of boomeranging right back. And letting them to be allowed to feel the things that they pushed out towards other people. So allow yourself to keep improving, allow yourself to keep evolving, allowing yourself to step up, and reflect your authenticity. Be very authentic. Being transparent to the things that you already know, or aiming towards the things you're yet to know, but you're aiming there. Don't allow that to stop. Allow that to be shook, because it'll be something you can kiki and ha ha about when they walk off. It's like, oh, they really thought they were gonna get me with the old things that used to get up under my skin. That allows you to know, it's like, oh, you're trying to be irrelevant in my life again, huh? Okay. I'm gonna let you know how much that work, and I'll be right back. And allow yourself to keep going. Allow yourself to keep going, because they might approach you with that old stuff, but they don't know you on that new one. So allow yourself to keep growing. Allow yourself to keep elevating yourself where you need to. Celebrate your accomplishments. Celebrate your progress of your process of your progress, and keep pushing it, because better is on its way to you. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video. Y'all, is like kind of exhausting when I'm sitting up here trying to make sure my granddaughter don't do anything, because you already know once you're giving something else total attention, that give them free reign. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and do this, because she's not paying attention. So I would love to give a post notification shout out to let me see, through um let me see, Michelle Campbell, and Michelle Sunny Collab, and Derek Duran. Much love to you, and with expectancy as well. Welcome to the fam. Well, you already been the fam for a minute, so it's just like, people, if you're new to my channel, much love and welcome. It's so good to have you. I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Drop a line, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. And if you want to get in touch with me, and you're not comfortable with telling your experiences on here or whatever, you can always come find me at the Book of Faces. And shoot me a line. You can find me up under my name. Make sure it's serious inquiries, please. And please make sure, when I ask, hey, what's up, what's going on, I'm trying to help you the best of our abilities. I'm going to help you as best as I can. But if you're in the U.S., please get in touch with me at 10 o'clock a.m. I'm at Eastern Standard Time. So you can contact me at 10 a.m. all the way until 10:30 p.m. And as I said, my overseas fam, it's okay, because I know we're like eight to 9 different hours different. So it's not going to matter. I'll reply to you as soon as I can. So I will talk to y'all later. I think this is going to be my last video, because it took too much for me to keep stopping. I don't like doing that. So this is going to be my last video for today. I should be back tomorrow, Lord willing. And I will talk to y'all later. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend. Be responsible at everything you do. And make sure you give out love, light, positivity, as well as prosperity, love, vibes, frequency, and words. You never know, those things can really take somebody a long way. Know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved, knowing there's always somebody out there praying for your better days. And I pray that everything that you're trying to achieve in life to bring into your reality comes 100 to 1,000 times more than what you actually asked for, and comes so much sooner than you expected it to. And I will see you on my next video. Much love, peace, be well.